That's 9 lives.
Hey, let's hear it for Family Feud. Family Feud now 5 nights every week.
Well, I've been waiting for that.
5 times more feuding.
We will play.
5 times more fighting.
We're in a hurry, aren't we?
5 times more fun.
You better go to the bathroom?
And 5 times more excitement.
And it's America's most popular game show starring Richard Dawson tonight at 7:30 here on Channel 4.
This is a test. For the next 60 seconds, this station will conduct a test of the emergency broadcast system. This is only a test. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. The broadcasters of your area, in voluntary cooperation with the FCC and other authorities, have developed this system to keep you informed. In the event of an emergency, you would have been instructed where to tune in your area for news and official information. This station serves the 5 boroughs of New York City. This concludes this test of the emergency broadcast system.
Do you know any other meat is economical, easy to serve, and versatile as Cracker's Polish ham? The lean meat without unwanted fat. No other meat makes so many different dinners, breakfasts, quick lunches, or party snacks. You can do
New York area hospital.
All in the Hollywood Squares. And here's the master of the Hollywood Squares, Peter Marshall.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the Hollywood Squares. Hello, stars. We're welcoming back a fellow who hasn't done the squares in a long time. He's a friend of mine. We worked Vegas together, and he has a hit series called You Bet Your Life. My friend, Mr. Buddy Hackett, is back on the squares. Good to see you.
Hi, Pete. I just closed here about 10 days ago at the Riviera.
I know that.
Wonderful place, just terrific.
You were with Pia, who was on our panel. I want you to meet our Miss Circle for this particular show. Homemaker, mother of a little girl. She does volunteer work, and she's married to a pianist in this very city, at the Tropicana, I believe. This is Kathy Thomas. Welcome, Kathy, to the Hollywood Squares. Good luck. You teach school here in Las Vegas? What school?
I teach at Chaparral High School.
An English teacher, coaches baseball, is a bachelor. Mike Baggett. Nice to see you, Mike. I got the glasses on because we're going to be playing for some terrific prizes. And one of you will have a chance to return and play for that $100,000 jackpot. In the first game you're going to be playing for, I believe it's that living room grouping.
Yes, luxurious furniture grouping worth over $2,900. It's a great room collection from the company whose furniture craftsmanship and name is renowned. Broyhill. 11 pieces make this collection a perfect entertainment center for your home. Also, for appearing on the show today, Mike and Kathy will receive a 7-piece Performa gourmet cutlery set by Washington Forge with ebony-toned Fleetwood handles and chrome stainless steel blades for extra sharp, long-lasting edge. And Turtle Extra Car Wax. Extra polymers and silicones make it extra long-lasting, extra brilliant, and extra easy. Turtle Extra Car Wax in liquid and soft paste. Okay, Pete.
Okay, we're all going to get that. So, Kathy, you won the toss. Go get them.
Okay, Paul in, please.
According to Rosalind Carter, Paul, how did little Amy take it when she learned she wasn't going to live in the White House anymore? Little Amy, how did she take it?
The screaming and crying went on for hours.
Really?
Until Amy said, "Knock it off, Daddy."
Did she take it pretty well, Amy?
She has a very good relationship with her parents. I imagine she did.
She took it very well.
I agree.
She took it very badly.
Oh, she did?
Yeah. You know, I played frisbee on the White House lawn with her. Yes, she took it very bad. That's a true story. Okay, a break for you, Mike.
I'll have Gabe Kaplan, whose image I've had to put up with since I started teaching.
Are you a gambler?
Must be to be here, I guess.
According to Man and Woman magazine, in an African tribal village, what does it probably mean when a young warrior puts on makeup and starts dancing? What's that mean?
It means that there's a Peter Allen concert in Nairobi.
Very subtle. Very subtle.
I read
Yeah.
the book on African folklore by Billy White Shoes Johnson. And it says that when an African warrior puts on makeup and starts dancing, it means he wants to be chief.
He wants to be chief.
I disagree.
No, he's looking for a wife. Yeah, a mate. Okay, you've got the X there. Kathy, your turn.
Artie Johnson to block.
Do they sing Old Lang Syne in India? Is that a negative?
It happens to be one of the top songs, and it was written by the Nizam of Hyderabad.
So they sing it in India, Old Lang Syne.
I disagree.
Yes, they do. Can't put an X there, Mike. Your turn.
Artie Johnson.
For the win and the grouping worth $2,950. According to the Book of Weird, what happens when a wolf man dies?
He comes back as a mushroom spore. Or, when the wolf man dies, he disintegrates. He turns to dust.
He turns to dust.
I agree.
No, he changes back into man. Put a circle there. Back in the game, Kathy. Pick a star.
Phyllis Diller, please.
At a formal dinner, how should you eat frog legs? At a formal dinner, how should one eat frog legs?
After they're dead.
That's for sure. You're at a formal dinner now. How should you eat your frog legs?
Well, I was at a formal dinner just about a week ago, and the hostess became very upset with Fang because he did not use a knife and fork, because she absolutely loved those goldfish.
Frog legs, formal dinner.
Oh. It's okay to pick them up now.
Pick them up and eat them.
I'll disagree.
With your fingers. Put an X there. Okay, Mike, your turn.
I'll go for Greg Morrison.
For the win. According to the book, The Great Quotations, who is famous for saying, Bolshevism is knocking at our gates. We can't afford to let it in. Was that Franklin Roosevelt, Winston Churchill, or Al Capone? Bolshevism is knocking at our gates. We can't afford to let it in. Roosevelt, Churchill, or Al Capone?
Al Capone.
Al Capone.
I disagree.
It was Al Capone. Put a circle there. All right, pick a star, Kathy.
Buddy Hackett,
Buddy,
please.
in terms of radiation,
Yes.
is it hazardous to eat the luminous dial on your wristwatch?
Many years ago, there was a brand called Radii. They used to put out a watch. Didn't have any numbers, didn't have any hands. Just sent out a white light that burned your nose off. They discovered by reducing that to a minor paint composition and diluting it with worm blood, they could produce the same irradiated dial without it being harmful in any way.
So you can't eat your luminous dial?
I don't remember the question, please.
Is it okay to eat the luminous dial?
Yes, it's okay.
It's okay, it won't hurt you.
I'll agree.
It's radioactive. Luckily, they don't taste very good. No, it could get you in. Put an X there, Mike.
We'll go with Buddy Hackett.
We'll
go with Patrick Wayne.
All right, for the win. Wrong Way Corrigan made a name for himself in the history books. I was a mere child. I remember this. Now, he did something the wrong way. What did he do? Wrong Way Corrigan.
He ran for a touchdown the wrong way.
He ran the wrong way for a touchdown.
I'll agree.
No, that was a fellow by the name of Regis. Now, he flew from New York intending to go to California, and he wound up in Ireland. Yes. Put a circle there. All right, good game. Kathy, your turn.
Pia Zadora, please.
Pia, according to the fairy tale... Oh, by the way, if you are incorrect on this, X will get the square and the game. You could back into this one, Mike. According to the fairy tale... the king's huntsman just couldn't bring himself to do something when he took Snow White into the woods. What couldn't he bring himself to do?
How old was he?
Wait a second, Peter. Who? The king's huntsman?
The king's huntsman just couldn't bring himself to do something when he took Snow White into the woods. What couldn't he do?
Was he, a man's man?
I would have thought, yes, he was he was a huntsman, a king's huntsman.
Okay, leave her there.
Leave her there.
I disagree.
Kill her. He had been instructed by the queen to kill her, but he couldn't bring himself to do that. Circle gets the square. It's up to Britt Eklund. This is for the championship, either the X or the circle. Britt, up to you. Do you have to pay income tax on alimony that you receive?
Do I have to pay income tax?
If you were getting alimony, would you have to pay income tax on that?
God, I never had any alimony. I don't know.
We could...
Call Zsa Zsa.
Yes, you would have to.
Yes, you would have to pay alimony.
I agree.
That's about the only redeeming feature of it, gang. Yeah, you have to. X gets the square, and you've got the game. All right. In game 2, we're going to be playing for a grandfather clock, $1,100 worth. Kenny?
Yes, it's a gorgeous timepiece. It's the grandfather clock from Pearl. Venetian influences, an elegant hardwood cabinet. Westminster chimes, imported weight-driven movement, furnished by Pearl grandfather clocks. And this show's big winner will receive a romantic Hawaiian vacation package worth over $4,500. We'll fly you and a guest to Hawaii for a week at the Hanalei Bay Resort in Kauai. You may relax in your condominium with the elegance and service of a luxury hotel. Dining, tennis, golf, pools, and a beautiful beach, furnished by Hanalei Bay Resort. And you may fly via Western Airlines with wide-body DC-10 spaceships and famous Islander service to Hawaii. Western, the only way to fly. And you can tour the island on the Puck Maxi Moped. It gets up to 150 miles to a gallon of gas. Have fun, save money riding the Maxi Moped furnished by Puck. And take along a wardrobe of fashions by Joy Stevens. Dresses that have romance, whether it be day or evening, for the woman of today. Designer clothes at an affordable price by Joy Stevens. And pack your things in luggage from the Ventura collection. Luggage in the soft manner with digital locks and scrubbable Duravinyl coverings and wheels on the Pullman. If it's Ventura, you're in the best company. And take all the sights home with your new camera, the Umig Nautica, the biggest flash in Super 8 in years, at home anywhere, even underwater, along with the Umig RS3000 sound projector with built-in 15-inch screen or used for wall projection from Umig. Okay, Pete.
That's neat. That's worth about $4,500. Okay, Mike, pick a star.
Paul Lynn.
According to studies, Paul, will being breastfed make you smarter?
Well, I missed 3 questions last week, so I'm willing to try anything. Will breastfeeding make you smarter? Boy, I know they encourage mothers to nurse their babies. Whether it makes them smarter, I'll say no.
No.
I agree.
Children who were breastfed had higher IQs than children who were nursed on bottles. The magic of mother's milk. And with that, we have a commercial.
6 slices of Nagel's boneless Virginia ham, and Nagel's liverwurst, and Nagel's baked pepper loaf. And don't forget Nagel's beef bologna.
Harold, stop.
I can't help it. I'm mad about Nagel's delicious deli meats, and a thick slice of Nagel's deli boiled ham, and Nagel's cooked salami, and Nagel's Dutch loaf, and Nagel's olive loaf. And now we're getting somewhere. I forgot the mustard.
Some people just can't get enough of Nagel's delicious deli meats, a New York tradition since 1905.
Grease stands in its way from a record run on Broadway to a new production at North Stage Theater in Glen Cove, Long Island.
Hey, Sandy, let's make it on down to see Grease. The music is cool and the dancing is hot. And you can get dinner and the show starting at only $13.85. Or you see the show for as little as $5, about the price of a movie.
Great.
And if the whole gang goes, you get a special group discount.
Hey, Kaniki, give me some hand jive.
Call 516-676-8500 or toll free 800-632-6233.
Grease!
Have a fine winter time in the Poconos. At your host with the most in the Poconos. Beautiful Mount Airy Lodge.
Have every kind of winter fun at Mount Airy Lodge or Pocono Gardens. Beautiful rooms, fabulous food, headline entertainment. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Call 966-7210 for reservations at Pocono Gardens and...
Beautiful Mount Airy Lodge.
Join Bing Crosby and Bob Hope for a hilarious Christmas movie special.
Oh, you should have thought of that before.
Oh, but fella!
No, we can't go through that again now. If your wool underwear starts to itch, you'll just have to itch.
Oh, well, get me another pair of hands for inside.
I thought you worked alone.
I know, but this is different.
The Road to Valley, Christmas night at 8, right here on 11 Alive.
Kathy, your turn.
Okay, Patrick Wayne, please.
Thank you, Kathy.
According to the famous line by T.S. Eliot, what ends with a whimper?
A love affair.
A love affair.
I agree.
This is the way the world ends, not with a bang, but with a whimper. The world. Put it next there. Turnabout is fair play for Mike Baggett. Pick a star.
Artie Johnson.
In France, you'd be called ancien. In Germany, you would be Schwinger. Schwinger.
Oh,
What
yeah.
would you be called here? Schwinger and ancien.
Krefny.
Krefny?
Leon Krefny, an expert free thrower. Yes. Actually, we want to go back to breastfeeding. This could be part of it. Ancient or Schwanger means pregnant.
Pregnant.
I'll agree.
You'd be pregnant. You got it. Ah, right. The next, Kathy, your turn.
Playing around with
Phyllis, my love. Is that your creation, Phyllis, that you're wearing? It's different.
No, I tell you what, it was done by a Mad Hatter. He's in an institution.
All right, see. We all know that it's proper to give your boss 2 weeks' notice before you quit a job. According to the Book of Modern Manners, should a boss give you 2 weeks' notice before he fires you?
Well, there are many ways you can tell you're going to be fired. If they give you a very small office that stops on every floor. Or if they bring you into the big front office and they've got those maps with the little tacks and they say, you're not fired, but we've loosened your tack. I say 2 weeks' notice goes both ways.
Both ways.
I agree.
Nope, he doesn't have to do that. I think he has to pay you, though, but he doesn't have to give you the 2 weeks' notice.
Oh.
Just bye-bye. Can't put an X there. Mike, your turn.
Phyllis Tiller for the win.
For the win. And the grandfather clock, $1,100 worth. Do those Hare Krishna followers wear anything under those orange robes?
I hope not.
He said, no, they don't.
I disagree.
Oh, yeah, they wear the traditional American undergarments, you know.
Well, you know, they're such a bother. I told them the last time they stopped me at the airport, I said, I gave in another life.
X gets the square, and 2 games go to Mike Baggett. All righty. We have an indoor barbecue, and it's worth over $1,000. Kenny?
Yes, it's this versatile new range. You can barbecue indoors on the exciting Gen Air convertible grill range. Smoke and odors go outdoors. Convection oven for flavorful pasture meat cookery. All from Gen Air. That's it, Pete.
And remember, the big winner of each show has a chance to return for the playoffs when somebody will win a jackpot worth $100,000, including a dome home.
And some of the prizes our big jackpot winner will receive include that dream home, inside and out by Domes America. Lasting beauty, design flexibility, energy savings, and dramatic use of space. Domes America, Clarendon Hills, Illinois. And for the fun for the entire family, the exciting new Mida van. Great for around town or across country. The Mida van features aerodynamic design, luxurious interior, spacious galley, and plenty of storage. Make every trip a holiday with a Midas RV.
Plus $20,000 in cash from the Riviera. All right, Kathy, get on the board. Win something here.
Yes. Gabe Kaplan, please.
In a large area of Europe, if you see a sign on a house with a picture of a green bed, it means there's room. There's a room for rent. That's a fact. A green bed. What does it mean if the bed is red?
It means the person who just used the room had a rash. I traveled in Europe extensively with a girl last summer who read that book, Europe on $500 a day. And a red bed means that there's no room to rent.
No vacancy.
I agree.
That's right. Another healthy and happy, helpful hit on the Hollywood Square. Okay, Mike.
Call in.
What's the famous Spanish word, Paul? A very famous Spanish word that means silly, foolish, stupid, dumb, and fool.
Senor.
Senor? Famous Spanish word that means silly, foolish, stupid, dumb, and fool. Famous.
Boy, I tell you, I took French in high school. I didn't take any Spanish.
All right, would
I
you
have
like
no
the question?
idea.
No, I wouldn't.
Tonto.
Tonto.
Tonto. We have a commercial, then back to a Paul in question.
Air conditioning, refrigeration, stores, offices, homes, cars, everywhere. Some years ago, people in the industry saw what was happening and asked, who's going to service and repair all this equipment? Where are we going to find skilled mechanics and technicians? That's when Apex Technical School of New York started its training programs. At Apex, you learn on specialized equipment designed and built at Apex, and you work alongside masters of the trade. When you walk out of Apex with your certificate and your own set of professional tools, you've got an entry-level skill into a trade everyone respects. Okay, how long does it take? What about financial assistance during training? Call us. We won't send a salesman out. We'll answer your questions on the phone, invite you in to look over the shops, our job placement records, everything. Call us, 582-2000. The switchboard is open right now, 582-2000.
Introducing a better way to relax and sleep. Instead of piling up pillows to prop up your head, press a button. This bed adjusts. Instead of wedging pillows under your legs, press a button. Instead of tossing and turning to sleep, just press a button. It's the amazing Craftmatic adjustable bed. Raise your head and back, raise your legs to watch TV, read, or just relax. Call right now for this colorful free Craftmatic booklet. 1-800-228-2048. No obligation. 1-800-228-2048.
He may look like Mr. Macho, but he's really Mr. Nice Guy. He's Tom Selleck, star of the new Private Eye series, Magnum P.I. And he just might be the Clark Gable of the 80s. Meet Tom Selleck in this week's TV Guide.
If you plan to be in the Las Vegas area, like to see Buddy Hackett or Pia Sador, some of the big stars here on the Strip, or the Hollywood Squares, here's what to do.
Just send your ticket request to Hollywood Squares, Riviera Hotel, Post Office Box 14520, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89114. Also, each of our contestants today, both will receive the Riviera Hotel Silver Holiday Package. Includes 3 days and 2 nights deluxe accommodations and their choice of the dinner midnight show featuring superstar talent such as Barry Manilow, Neil Sedaka, Kenny Rogers, and Dolly Parton. Furnished by the Riviera Hotel. Okay, Pete.
Okay, Mike, pick a star.
We'll go with Paul Land again.
Oh, that's right. We had to go back to Paul Lynn. That's right. According to research, who are the loneliest people around?
Chrysler dealers.
Yeah. Now, I'm speaking of like senior citizens, middle-aged, the 30s, teenagers, group of people, the loneliest group.
Well, sadly, I would have to say who I think are terribly neglected in our nation, the elderly.
Elderly, senior citizens.
I disagree.
Who would you say?
I think I read somewhere it's the divorced males.
No, they came in ninth.
Ninth?
No, it's the teenagers. That's the time of life when we feel loneliness and alienation. It was so long ago, I forgot, but put an X there. Okay, Kathy, your turn.
Buddy Hackett, please.
Buddy, is there such a thing as a kosher pencil?
The laws of Kosrith are very deep and very complicated. There are many ways that any object can become either kosher or unkosher. A pencil, in its ordinary state, having never been used except to write with, is kosher. However, should you take that pencil and touch it to some dairy product, and then later put it upon the meat, having both substances touch that pencil, the lead would get so greasy you couldn't write with it. Yes, there is such a thing.
Yes, there is such a thing.
I'll disagree.
Yes, used by Orthodox butchers to mark kosher meat. Those are called kosher pencils with an X. Mike.
Patrick Wayne for the win.
Patrick, in literature, who was responsible for sinking a ship named the Essex? The Essex.
The Essex was John Paul Jones.
John Paul Jones.
I disagree.
Moby Dick. All right, 3 games for Mike Baggett here. We have some carpeting to give away, Ken.
It's a beautiful addition to your home. Carpets of DuPont Antron 3 nylon fiber resist dirt, wear, and crushing, so they'll stay new-looking longer than ordinary nylon carpets. That's it, Pete.
All right, pick a star, Mike.
Paul Land.
True or false, Paul? A man of the cloth gave us bourbon whiskey.
Bless him.
A man of the cloth gave us bourbon. True or false?
True.
True.
I agree.
The Reverend Elijah Craig, known as the father of bourbon. True. Okay, Kathy, your turn, love.
Artie Johnson, please.
The Chinese gave us spaghetti. That's a fact. They gave us gunpowder and kites. Did they also give us the bagel? The Chinese, yes or no?
Baker.
Yeah.
Baker?
Yes or no? Anything,
No,
Mr.
yo,
Bagel? Yes or
come
no?
on.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
I disagree.
No. You're on the board. All right, Mike, your turn.
Buddy Hackett.
Say, buddy, back in ancient Egypt.
Ancient Egypt.
Yeah, it was common practice to remove the insides of something, wash the outside, stuff it with spices, soak it for 70 days in a salt solution, wash it again, wrap it up, and then you'd have...
Well, this was done with very many objects. Actually, it would have been done with the new Chevette, but they didn't have one then.
Right.
But what was done in the House of the Dead, it was done with a body.
With a body.
I agree.
It was called a mummy. X gets the square and the game. That's exactly what you would have. It was done with a body, a mummy. That is the buzzer. That means the time is up. And Kathy, that's why I was kind of rushing everything along to see if you'd win one game here. But we have some lovely party gifts for you, and we thank you for playing the Hollywood Squares. You did wonderfully well, I might add, Mike. It was a clean sweep, my friend. You've won 4 games. That means our bachelor here, this is a trip for 2. You're going to the Honolulu Bay Resort, which is so beautiful. You've got the clothes and the camera. All told, you've won $11,130 in merchandise. Our young teacher, English teacher and baseball coach. We have a commercial. We'll be back. Very nice. Nicely done.
Hello, I'm Art Linkletter with an important message about affordable health insurance. Like all expenses, hospital costs have skyrocketed in the last few years. The big bills from an illness can wipe out your savings and put you in debt if you're not adequately protected. Wouldn't you like to have $60 a day, $1,800 a month in cash income if you were in the hospital? You can. You qualify automatically for the National Home Health Plan, which pays you cash up to $60 a day, $1,800 every month from the very first day you're hospitalized. Now, that's cash for as long as you stay, even for life. Cash paid regardless of any other company's coverage you may have. That's right. These additional cash benefits are paid direct to you, not to your doctor or hospital, unless you request it. You spend this money as you and only you see fit. Most important, this valuable plan was designed to fit today's tight budgets with rates that everyone can afford. And remember, you cannot be turned down. National Home guarantees to accept you, regardless of your age or any other reason. You and your entire family can take advantage of this valuable protection, offered direct to you by National Home Life, a company that I know you can trust for quality service. Now, I'd like to send you this free information kit with no obligation. It tells you all about this
Picture. It'll be in release, I would imagine, in the next month or 2. And it was shot right here in Las Vegas. It's called Butterfly. And I was here doing the Hollywood Squares. They were shooting. We were talking about it with Orson Welles and some friends of mine, Stacy Keach and Lois Nettleton and James Franciscus. And you play that lovely little child.
Yes, 17. I cheat 2 years.
Oh, Glory. Oh, good for you. So that's about does it for the Hollywood Squares. Buddy, good to see you back on the show. Thank you. You'll be with us all week, and you have yourselves a good time out there now. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Mike and Kathy will also receive from Olin Mills, the Nation Studio, a beautifully framed custom portrait on canvas. Quality to treasure, 600 portrait studios nationwide from Olin Mills. And Skates on Wheels by Glenn, designed for high-performance roller skating indoors or out. Built for durability and safety, high-fashion Skates on Wheels by Glenn. Plus, Sun Giant almonds for cooking or snacking. Ask for Mr. Sun's favorite California almonds. There's something good under the sun. Sun Giant almonds. And Cert, the breath mint that keeps your mind...
Yes, who... With IBM.
Go back. And now you can brown meat and poultry in your microwave oven with the new Holland House microwave browning sauce and microwave breakthrough now at your supermarket. And Lipton iced tea in the winter, why not, says Don Meredith. You drink other cold drinks in the winter, why not Lipton iced tea made from tea bags, dandy basin, and wow, V8 spicy hot vegetable juice, a spirited snack appetizer